Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Been a while since I've done a video. Felt drawn to do one. And so I'm just going to let my inner Gemini out and just talk. Because the video's not going to be over one specific thing. I'm going to talk about the Mercury retrograde. I want to talk about the full moon in Gemini. I'm also going to be talking about narcissists and gaslighting. I have 3 separate friends all going through very similar situations involving a narcissist and being gaslighted. For those of you who don't know what that means, is where a person manipulates and turns a situation where they are in the wrong, but they make you feel like it's your fault. And they have several different techniques, and I'm going to talk about how to identify them, different techniques, and how to counter them. Because nobody deserves to feel like that. I've been a victim of it. Just about everybody I know has been a victim of it at some point in time in their life. Yeah, somebody fucks up, excuse my language, they got no right to make somebody else feel like it's their fault. And I'm sorry, but there's nothing justifiable about not taking responsibility for your own actions and blaming on somebody. Oh, I did it because you did this. I did it because you did that. I did it because you made me feel this way. No. I'm not responsible for your feelings. My friends are not responsible for your feelings. That simple. Not a single individual out there is responsible for how anybody else feels. You are responsible for your own emotions. You are responsible for your own actions and how you deal with those emotions. Yeah, easier said than done sometimes. Somebody makes you mad, you want to lash out. I ran into that Friday night, my normal gathering where I go out, my one thing that I do for myself, and somebody stole something from me. Come up with some BS. I'm not even going to go into the details, but I didn't buy into the BS, but I had 2 choices. I could let it go, or I could start a fight. The police get involved, and then get an assault charge, and I still probably don't get my property back that got stolen from me. Or I do, or then I get an assault charge. So it's not a win-win situation. It's a lose-lose situation. So swallow pride. Say, all right, you keep it, and I hope you choke on it. Probably shouldn't have said that last part, though. It definitely goes against the whole Zen, no judgment, forgiveness, instant forgiveness thing, but I'm still human. But anyway, let's start this topic off right. We're off on a nice little downward slope right now, talking about some negative things. So let's talk about something positive first. Let's talk about, we just passed Thanksgiving. What do you have to be thankful for? I know there's probably plenty of you out there like, man, this year has sucked. This year has beat me. This year has brought me down so far. I've been through so much that you still have something to be thankful for. You may have to look for it. You may have to search for it, but you still have something to be thankful for. Maybe it's that one friend that never gives up on you, that's always there when you need them. Maybe it's the fact that you have a roof over your head. Maybe it's the fact that you have a job. You may not like the job, but you have a job. Maybe it's simply waking up that day, because a lot of people don't have that privilege. Whether it be family, whether it be friends, whether it be an actual abundance, whether you have a lot to be thankful for or very little to be thankful for, everybody has something to be thankful for. But you open your eyes and you can see. You're not blind. Be thankful for that. You can hear. You're not deaf? Well, right there, I mean, I don't know what I would do if I couldn't listen to my music. Music is therapy. I love to sing. People that know me know I love to go out and I love to sing karaoke. I'm absolutely no good at it, but it's all about having fun. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the family that does stick by me. I'm thankful for the friends that do stick by me, and I'm thankful for all the experiences, positive and negative, that have shaped me into the person that I am. There's a lot of people out there that can give testimony to the help that I've gave them through advice, or card readings, or what have you. And I wouldn't be able to do that if I hadn't been through all the things that I've been through. So even some of these suckiest moments of this year and the year before that, blah, 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 throughout my life, there's people out there that's had worse lives, there's people out there that's had better lives. I can tell you that this past year's probably been one of the worst ones of my life, because it's not just been one thing. It's not one or two big things throughout the year. It's been a barrage of challenges, a barrage of letdowns, a barrage of lessons. But I have plenty to be thankful for. So do you, each and every one of you. Even if it's just your pet cat, your pet dog, pet fish, pet turtle, pet snake, whatever. Your favorite item, maybe a gift that was gave to you a long time ago by somebody special. Whether you talk to that person or not, see that person now, whether that person's still living or not. You have that gift that they gave you, and it's something to be thankful for. Sometimes you really have to look, you really have to dig deep. Sometimes you just got to be thankful to have something to drink in your hands, something to eat. Gratitude, the more you express the gratitude, the more you attract things to be gracious for. It's that simple. And if y'all know about the law of attraction, which I will cover that in another video possibly, but right now I'm going to cheat and just tell you to get on Netflix and watch the video The Secret. Talk about the law of attraction. It is a proven technique. It's worked for millions of people throughout centuries, millennium. But it's not necessarily an easy thing, because you got to stay positive. You got to take and transform the negative things into positive things. Look for that silver lining behind the gray cloud. Look for that reason to say, you know what, this could be a good thing. I may not realize it right now. I may not feel good right now, but this is a good thing, because let's say, for example, say a relationship ending. I remember when I was going through my divorce from my ex-wife, and that was a hard time. I was full of rage. I am not going to throw her business out there or throw her under the bus, but I'm not going to be petty like that, but I do know that at that moment in time, I've been betrayed. I was done dirty, and I didn't deserve that. And instead of really feeling down and depressed, I was really angry. Really, really angry. I wanted to get back at her. I wanted to get back at some other people that were involved. I wanted to get back at everybody that knew about it and didn't say anything. I'm well over that, because if I hadn't went through that, then I wouldn't have learned the lessons that I learned. It's not my fault. Not everything is your fault. You can do the best you can, Another thing that I learned is if two people aren't fighting to save a relationship, if only one person is actually fighting to save it, well, you're fighting a losing battle. And you're going to keep fighting until you either have that aha moment or you wear yourself down to where you can't fight anymore. It is better to pick the first option, trust me. Do not want to exhaust yourself fighting that kind of a losing battle. But people do what they do and they take what they take and they do that until they've had enough. This brings us back to the whole narcissist thing. How many of y'all have been cheated on? And your partner sat there and made you feel like it was your fault that they cheated on you. Your fault that they did that. Let's say they felt like you wasn't giving you enough attention. Whether that's true or not. They felt like you was not giving them enough attention. Let's say you work all the time. You know, it's important to make time for your family and your significant other, your partner, your friends, time for yourself. We all have bills we have to pay. And there's this little thing called mandatory overtime sometimes. So let's say that's the case, and your partner feels neglected. All right, well, an understanding partner, a loving partner that actually cares about you and not just themselves would understand that and be like, all right, I get you gotta provide for us, you gotta provide for the family, you got to do what you have to do. I'm here for you, I'm here to support you, and be understanding about it. A narcissist, oh, this is cutting into my feel good time. I'm not emotionally satisfied. I'm not the center of attention. I'm not getting all this affection that I gotta have, because narcissists, by definition, are very, very self-serving people, very, very controlling people, very, very manipulative people. Don't believe me? Google it. Come back. Pause the video. Go Google narcissist. Go Google up the definition for it. While you're at it, Google the definition for gaslighting. Come back and compare what you read to what I'm about to say. Narcissists are everywhere, and I think everybody can be somewhat narcissistic at times. You know, it's okay to be a little selfish sometimes and want things for yourself. What's not okay is controlling people or manipulating people in order to do that. Twisting the truth or flat out lying to do that. What is especially not okay is making that person that did absolutely nothing wrong feel like it's all their fault. I've been there. Nobody wants to take responsibility for their actions. That's one of the reasons that they do these things. They don't want to acknowledge that they were in the wrong. Okay, nobody likes being wrong. Nobody likes to face the music. But you know what? It's still a whole lot better than the alternative, because if you have to face the consequences for your actions, that's fair. That's just. But to make somebody else do it, that's beyond wrong. Just to dodge your own little bullet, just to dodge your own guilt. And what that ends up doing is that ends up becoming a habit to these people. There is no guilt eventually. They do what they want to do, and they become masters at making you believe whatever they want you to believe. They become masters in making you feel like it's your fault. You know, even if I have two different sets of friends in almost identical situations. I'm not going to say names, and I'm not going to throw it out there exactly details on there, but in those cases, you know, all the red flags are there. And every time that it gets brought up, every time that they question them, every time that something doesn't add up and it gets questioned and it gets threw back up with the gaslighting. Well, you did this, or you did that, or you did this, or you did that. You made me feel this way, you made me feel that way. You didn't make this time for me. You didn't do this for me. You didn't do that for me. Since when is that an excuse? If you're not happy, leave. You're not being fulfilled, leave. Don't toy with somebody's mind and emotions and have them all fucking twisted up inside their head. This is sick. It's disturbing. It's uncalled for. And if any of y'all are actually guilty of doing this, go ahead and hit that thumbs down button. I don't give a shit. You're the scum of the earth. Now, if you're guilty of doing this and you realize, holy shit, this guy's talking about me. This is things that I do. I do that to people. Then keep listening. Identify it. Correct it. It's not too late to do the right thing. It is never too late to do the right thing. That's why we go through these things. We learn from it. And it's better that you correct it now before karma comes back and corrects it for you. Because, yeah, that will catch up with you. Always does. Plain and simple. So, lies, truth always comes out, one way or another. Now, whether the truth is accepted by the people who need to accept it, that's a different story. You know, some people are so blinded by how they feel about somebody, or even said narcissistic control tactics and manipulation and gaslighting, that it gets twisted back around and they fall back into the trap. It only works for so long. Eventually, they do catch on, and the stuff blows up in your face. Alright, but that's not that bad, because most of the time, these people, they don't care. They don't care. Some of them, it's just a game to them. But you'll care when it gets done to you. Guarantee it. Bottom line is, every single one of you should be treating people how you would want to be treated. That simple. Do you want to get lied to? Of course not. Do you want to get cheated on? No. Do you want to be manipulated? No. Do you want somebody to attach puppet strings to you and just masquerade you around like a little marionette? Nobody wants that. So why do you do that to other people? If you're doing that, stop. Stop. So we'll catch up. Now, when it comes to gaslighting, there's several different ways. They'll make you feel like it's your fault. One, they'll sit there and they'll say this and that. Another technique that they use besides the lying and the twisting it around is a lot of times they'll even sit there and throw on a show, get all dramatic, and act like they are so overwhelmed with guilt that they can't go on. And then what that does, that ends up shaming the other person into making them feel bad for getting mad in the first place for this person doing them wrong. Does anybody else see where that doesn't add up? Now, I get it. I get it. I have been there. I've been blind to things. I've been deaf to things, and I've been dumb to things, and I've been a victim of it more than once. All the red flags just look like flags when you're looking at somebody through rose-colored glasses. That is just plain and simple fact of it. That's why it's important to be aware. That's why it's important to analyze, not overthink. Analyze. Where meditation comes into play. You can sort out that clutter. Not only that, whenever all your chakras are actually in line and in tune, you are less susceptible to buy into stuff like that. When you trust your intuition, when your third eye's open, crown chakra's connected, everything's flowing, throat chakra especially open, because that is when you are not telling lies, and that is when you are not lying to yourself. Heart chakra, recognizing what you actually feel. Solar plexus, your confidence, your creativity, so on and so forth. All the chakras are aligned, all the chakras are in balance, all the chakras are energized, all of them are cleansed. You're less susceptible to believe these lies. You're less susceptible to control tactics. You're less susceptible to be attacked in this way. Because that, make no doubt about it. And not to sugarcoat, don't sugarcoat it. Don't. It is an attack. You are when somebody does this to a person, they are attacking that person. They are attacking their psyche. They are attacking their emotions. They are attacking. They're attacking their very soul, keeping it subdued, keeping it under, so they can maintain that control. They can't lose the game. Again, that's where meditation comes into play. My last video was an introduction to meditation. I'll be doing some deeper videos on meditations, on how to, I'll be talking about how I do my chakra meditations, how I do my meditations for insight, how I do my meditations to clear out the clutter, how I do my meditations for letting things go. I'll be going over several different ones. I might actually start just a different playlist or whatever you want to call it, sub channel. I don't know the terminology, but anyway, I might just start like a different thing there. And I've also been thinking about doing one on tarot cards, going through each individual, not actually doing readings on here, because I don't like doing group readings or general readings. I much prefer to do one-on-one readings with people, but it's a tutorial guide going over each individual card and the several different meanings attached to those cards and the different things that they have meant for me in the past as they've come up in the readings, because sometimes the traditional meaning isn't what actually applies. One example, the Devil card. It talks about attachment and addictions. What I've found is a lot of times it ends up being actually just a person that likes to come in and mess stuff up for people. When the Devil card comes up in some of my readings, some of the readings that I've done for people that I've read for, and in that case it ends up being, just somebody that wants to start crap for no other reason than to start crap. And that's how it goes. Somebody starting rumors about somebody just for the fun of it, or because of whatever reason. I've been targeted with all kinds of insanely ridiculous rumors from a specific person, but I'm not going to get into that. This is not me. This channel is not for me to spread my problems out there. It is for me to help you all through your problems. So, but that's just one example. It has several different meanings to it. Like I said, attachment, commitment. It's also been considered one of the set cards, talking about just animalistic desires. There's several different meanings to the card. That's why it's important to read intuitively and see what you feel off of the card. But anyway, I'll go over that whenever I start doing that group of videos. That's just a small little example, just a little tidbit, a little preview. So let's talk about staying positive. Everything that you go through for a reason. I don't know about you, but I can sit here and I can take everything that I've been through and they're all puzzle pieces to me, and I can connect them and I can see the bigger picture. And as far as how things are playing out, like right now at this very moment, I can take the puzzle pieces and I can see probable paths and probably how these fit together. then I just kind of tune into my intuition, and 99% of the time I end up being right as to what I actually come up with and what I feel. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not. But you know what? It all ends up being good in the long run, because bottom line is, good or bad or neutral, every experience shapes you. Every experience makes you grow. Every experience makes you learn. Every experience takes you that step further to what you are supposed to be, how you are supposed to be. Karmic lessons, they do tend to repeat themselves. They repeat themselves until you learn the lesson you are meant to learn from them. If you don't learn in this lifetime, I do firmly believe that you do repeat it in the next lifetime. I also believe that everybody serves their role. You wouldn't have these lessons if it weren't for shitty people. I mean, yeah, you'd have some lessons down to just dumb luck and chance. But for the most part, your most significant lessons come from shitty people, whether it be somebody that tries to mug you, whether it be somebody that steals from you, whether it be a ex that cheats on you, whether it be a best friend that stabs you in the back, whether it be family that cuts you out, whether it be a pain in the ass boss. There are shitty people out there, plain and simple. And if it wasn't for those people, there'd be nothing to learn. If you didn't learn anything, then what's the point? What's the point of going on to this life? So everybody does serve their role. Try and remember that the next time somebody does you wrong. 1, remember, did I do anything to deserve this? If that answer is no. 2, why am I punishing myself? Because there's obviously something wrong with this person, because I didn't do anything to deserve what I'm getting from this person. So why punish myself by feeling bad, by feeling angry, by feeling sad, by feeling depressed, by having my feelings hurt? Why punish myself for somebody else's actions? I have to remind myself of that sometimes. I understand that. It is not easy. It's very easy to sit here and say that to you. To actually put that practice into use and make it work for you, different story. But it does get easier the more you do it, because every time you do it, you're reprogramming your brain. You're reprogramming your mind on how you react to these things. Now, so you can sit there and be like, all right, somebody cuts you off in traffic. You can sit there, you can throw up the middle fingers, and you start screaming and cussing. You could ride their ass. You could take it to the extreme, follow them wherever the hell they're going, and then start a fight in a parking lot in Walmart or something like that. That actually happened a couple of years ago in a town north of me, and I remember reading about that, and it got way out of hand, and people got hurt, and I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. But there are people out there like that. So you can choose to react like that, or you can sit there and be like, man, this guy just cut me off. I recognize that I'm upset. I recognize that that makes me mad. But you know what? It's not worth feeling all that. I don't even know who this fool is. He obviously can't drive. Obviously in a hurry. Obviously has no consideration. But that's not my problem. That's something they're doing. And, it's going to catch up with them. Whether they end up getting a ticket or whether they end up, getting into an accident. Hopefully they don't hurt nobody. But it does catch up with them. So you can sit there and you can react and be like, okay, there's obviously something wrong with this individual. They can't drive, or they're in a hurry, or they're upset and not paying attention. So what do? You can react negatively with anger, or you can react positively and acknowledge, all right, that has nothing to do with me. I'm going to keep my distance and set back so I don't end up with an accident with this fool. And I'm just going to let it go. I'm not going to punish myself because there's something wrong with that individual. All right, so we covered, did I deserve this? If the answer is no, then go on to the next one. Why punish myself for somebody else's behavior? 3, what is it for me to learn here? Ask yourself that next time something bad happens. Is it to learn to be more patient with things going on around you? Is it to be more understanding and compassionate towards others? Or are you getting back something that you've been given to other people that you didn't realize? Mm-hmm. Yeah. To point a finger at somebody, how many more you got pointing back at you? That's three right there. Three pointing at you right there. That is not always the case. People do get things they don't deserve. People do have things happen. Bad things happen to good people. Hell, it seems like my life, no good deed goes unpunished. But that doesn't stop me. I'm still out here helping people. And I do everything I can to help people, especially those closest to me. And there isn't a soul out there that I've actually helped that can't say that, honestly say that I haven't. Sometimes things just happen. We have to accept it. We have to move on. So, alright, now let's say that this happens in, say, a relationship or a friendship or, somebody close to you. They're specifically, let's say relationship. Let's say you hit it off with somebody, everything goes good, it's going great, start up a relationship. Maybe you don't even start up a relationship yet, you just start talking to somebody, and all of a sudden, poof, they disappear. Or they drop off it, or they stop talking to you, or whatever. Or it's a relationship, and then out of nowhere, they just leave you. And you know what? Don't stop doing you. Don't stop moving forward. Don't stop growing. Don't stop learning. If they're meant to be in your life, they will catch up. Everything does happen for a reason. I cannot stress that enough. I am a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. No matter how insignificant, no matter how much it doesn't seem like it matters, no matter how horrible, no matter how great, it all happens for a reason. So, now, that does not mean go overthinking and overanalyzing and try and figure that reason out right now. Why am I going through this? Why am I supposed to learn this? No, it will come to you. It will come. Relax. Breathe. Meditate. It will come to you. We are not always meant to know the reasons as things happen. There are things in my life that happened that I couldn't attach a reason to until recently, that happened years ago. I'm talking 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 15 years ago. Different things. And once I become awakened to all this and started this process and really started to understand things, that's when I started putting the puzzle pieces together. And I can look back at some things that I've been through, even back as far as grade school, and see why that was a significant event and see what I gained from said negative events. Now we got the full moon coming up. It is in Gemini. We got the Mercury retrograde hitting. We also have different astrological things going on. I believe Jupiter is in Sagittarius. I believe Neptune is in Pisces or Scorpio. I don't recall. Astrology is not my strong point. But I've been studying up on a little bit of it, and good news and bad news. This retrograde isn't going to be as bad as most of them usually are. Of course, I don't usually fear the retrogrades anyway. This full moon is supposed to be a pretty powerful one. But everything going on, something to do with the way the planets have lined up. And I'm not very good at explaining this because astrology, again, is not my strong point. But I've read several different articles all saying the same thing. This is a karma thing coming. So if you have good karma, well, let's start with bad news first. If you have bad karma, then it's within this last month of 2017, that shit's going to catch up with you. And you are going to have a rough December. But if you have good karma, you're going to start reaping the rewards from it. Things are set in motion. You may not wake up tomorrow and, you know, that somebody that made fun of you 20 years ago just looks you up on Facebook or whatever, and it's like, hey, I'm sorry I bullied you back in the first grade. You know, that guy that stole your wallet whenever. They're not going to come knocking on your door and be like, hey, I'm sorry I took this from you. No, that's not what I mean. It's not going to be immediate. It's not going to be overnight. But you're going to start reaping the reward from it gradually. The things are going to start coming back to you. All that good positivity that you send out there is going to come back to you. Now, consequently, all that negative crap that you send out there, which, you know, that boils down to the individual. I mean, I know my stuff's good. I know I've had good intentions in everything that I've done. And, I mean, the only negative karma that can come back on me is probably my temper. And, because I was good with that. And here lately, it's been creeping back up. And I've been having a hard time squashing it. Kind of like the instance Friday night when somebody stole something from me. I'm not going to lie and say that could not have turned very physical very quickly, and that I did not have a desire for it to turn very physical very quickly, because I can't stand a damn thief. I can't stand a liar. I can't stand a thief. I can't stand a manipulator. Those are the three worst fucking people out there. They are fucking sick in the head, and, you know, karma's going to get you ass. That's it. But anyway. So I had a hard time letting that go. I let it go at the moment, and then, you know, I get to thinking about it later on, and it creeps back up. Like, man, I really should have just went ahead and bit the bullet and took the chance on getting a charge. But, you know, no, I know I did the right thing. So, gotta stop beating myself up about it. But again, I'm human too. But, you know, that could be my karma. If I got negative karma coming up, it could be that. It could be, you know, some of the other things that it's all on a judgment level. I haven't done any negative actions. I don't lie. I don't cheat. I don't steal. I don't wish any. I try not to wish anybody harm, but I don't do harm on anybody. So I feel like I am going to have some good karma come back around. I don't know what that is, you know, but I'm ready for some good luck. I'm ready for a change. And so if you've been out there doing good, if you've been out there helping people, looking for nothing in return, just for the sake of helping people, if you've been out there just having good intentions and good energy and doing right by people, it's going to start paying off. You've been out there screwing people around. If you're one of these people that I was talking about earlier, these gaslighters and narcissists, then feel sorry for you, because if what I read's right, then that's going to come for a full circle on you very soon, and it's going to hit hard. And the way that typically works is you get it back 3 times worse than you dealt it out. And there's some out there that I've been that I've witnessed, I guess you could say. If you get it back 3 times worse, then wow, because some of you have been out there dishing it out pretty bad. But hopefully you learn from it. Hopefully you change from it. If you don't, then, you know, get ready for it to come back again later. I mean, that's just how it works. Can't beat these laws, you can't fight them, you can't avoid them. But anyway, I have rambled on for 40 minutes. Hopefully it has not been so incoherently random as it normally is. I don't feel like I went off on too many tangents. Peace, love, and light to each and every one of you. Regardless if you got that good karma coming or the bad karma, it doesn't matter. Because I'm getting back on my path of no judgment. I'm getting back on my path of loving everybody and wanting the best for everybody, regardless of what you do to me or others. I'm trying. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. Namaste. Love and light to you all. Have a great day. Have a great Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Yule, winter solstice, whatever you choose to celebrate. To each their own. Just have a great month of December. And here's to an outstanding 2018, because it's got to be better than 2017, right? All right. Love y'all. Have a great one.